Well done. Congratulations. You've worked really hard on your essay, and now you've come to the point where you want to get some good quality feedback so you can bring it up to the grade that you deserve. And you've chosen to use AI for this because it's on hand 24 hours and it's going to give you objective feedback. Well, if you download or you have downloaded my Edit Smarter with AI workbook for free from my webpage, then this video is going to walk you through a great way how to use the output from the AI and how to get it into the AI in the first place. So when I talk to my students about using AI, I like to use the barbell method. We all know what a barbell is. It's got a big fat end at either side and a thin handle in the middle. And this is how we use AI in our academic research and writing process. So moving from left to right, we've got a fatter end, which is where we start using AI for a big chunk of our organization planning. We use it as a thinking partner. So we're bouncing ideas off it, looking for suggestions, and we're not overly relying on it. We're using our brains, we're critically analyzing its outputs, and we're thinking, is this right for the direction in which I want this project to go? So we use it a lot at the start. We're using it for planning, suggested resources, structure. You can get it to give you some headings to include. And of course, you can change these later on. But to get the ball rolling, people used to look at Wikipedia to get an overview. You would never write an essay based on or a thesis based on Wikipedia. So you don't do it the same. It's the same with AI. You don't overly rely on AI at the start, but you bounce ideas off it. So we've got a fatter end. And then in the middle, when we're happy with what the AI has given us, with the ideas, the direction our project is going in, we use AI a little, represented by the handle. So we can still use it as a thinking partner. Is this the way I should be doing this in an academic essay? Is this sentence accurate enough to be included in a thesis? Is this source suitable for inclusion? Or how do I cite this source correctly in my university's reference style? And then at the end, which is what we're going to talk about in this video, we use AI a lot and we give it some good context and really use it to elevate our work to the grade that you deserve. So you can say, this is what I was aiming to do. This is what my supervisors are looking for. How can I move it to that point? And we're using it as a thinking partner. We're using it as a tool. We're not using it to copy and paste. And we're using it to improve our grades and become a better academic writer overall. In my Edit Smarter with AI workbook, got some help for you here. And then there are a series of prompts and checklists. Now, the great thing about this workbook is you don't need to type or copy and paste or talk into the AI to get the prompts out of it. You can just click plus here, upload file, or just drag across both your essay and the workbook, and it's going to analyze the PDF and it's going to extract the first prompt out of there. So I've asked it to go through one at a time, and then we can make sure that we're doing everything suggested in the workbook in a systematic, easy way. And it's asked me, obviously, to share the assignment brief, which is great because the university has given me a rubric, a mark scheme. And a rubric is basically just a table that shows different parts of your work and what level you're at. These are really powerful resources that you can use on your own, think through it, and with the help of AI to think through it, to show how to get each part of your essay to the next level. You haven't been given one, ask for one, because they really, really help you improve your work. So let's have a look what the AI program has given us. You can see the output here. Step 1, excellent. And then a summary of the task requirements, what the university was expecting me to do in this essay. And I can look back at my work and think, have I sufficiently explained the context, identify and discuss the key challenges, etc. Pro tip, go and do your references, work on the citation style and finding sources when you're not in the mood for writing. When you're in the mood for writing, you can do the other point. Looking at the table that ChatGPT has given us here, understanding the context. Okay, so we've got a tick there. That's good. There are some improvements that can be made. Critical analysis of challenges, mostly descriptive. Now, this is a very common issue and something I work with a lot of students about. Their writing is described by their tutors as mostly descriptive, and it needs to be critical, analytical, bringing together, synthesizing the information that you find. Use of evidence and literature, they're a bit too old. Application to nursing education practice is not clearly described in the essay. I say to my students, treat the reader, which is going to be your supervisor, the person who gives you the marks, like a bit of an idiot. Everything needs spelling out to them. They need to see these links. Don't just make jumps in logic. Don't just assume they can follow your argument. Show every link in the chain so they can follow it clearly. However, the structure, clarity in the academic writing is pretty good, okay? But the referencing needs some work. So what do I need to do? I need to integrate recent and diverse evidence. I need to go back to my university search database and look for more relevant peer-reviewed articles, and then add some interpretive links between challenges and their educational policy and implications. Now, I know in this essay here that there is, because I've worked on it before, there is a jump here because it talks about a broad introduction, which is good. It talks about specific changes in the Saudi education system and how nurses are taught and evaluated. But then it jumps to how to improve that here. Okay, so there is a bit of a gap here. But you've been given this output by the AI and you are not sure how to add interpretive links between the challenges and their educational or policy implications. So just ask it. Okay, so how to, and then we copy and paste it in. Explain in very simple terms. Okay, I'm not asking it to do it for me. I'm not asking for anything to copy and paste. I'm asking it to break it down for me. Okay, a lot of students, they're very hesitant to approach their tutors. The time they have with them is often very limited, and they don't want to be asking them things like how to add interpretive links. So this is a great way. And you can, even if you don't understand this, you can ask it again and again. More simple, please. More simple, please. And take your time to understand it. Okay, so student nurses report high stress. Why? But then we have to link it back. Okay, so throughout the essay, there should be a clear link all the time in every paragraph, the link to as it's student nurses education, their education. Okay, so this should be linked back all the time. And by reading it like this, not just general advice, it's not just general writing advice from your university, it's not just general writing advice from a YouTube video. This is specific to your essay, so it's much easier for you to get to grips with and understand what the changes you need to make are and why. Importantly, why. So I need to be linking it back to all the time, okay, to this particular aspect of my essay. Okay, so it's not telling me exactly what to do. It's giving me some little language prompts that I can include. Just by starting a sentence with some of these little prompts, it's got my mind thinking about the things I've read, the things I've written, and how I can bring them together. So this challenge indicates, or this challenge highlights, this suggests that. So it's making me add my own interpretation, my own ideas on how it affects student learning, confidence or outcomes, and what nursing schools policy could do to fix it. Okay, so it has given me a structure here that I can interpret. I would never copy and paste that. I would make sure that it's always in my own words. but it's giving me ideas. It's showing me an example of how to do it. So it's very clear where to add it and in what way to add it with some excellent academic language. And once I think that's okay, I can move to the next prompt. So going back to the workbook, okay, we've done prompt 1. Have I uploaded all the documents? Yes. Have I addressed every part of the questions or tasks? Well, I've looked at them. I've done that. I'm going to save the references to later. Does my argument clearly align with the marking criteria? Seems to think so. Did AI identify any missing requirements or weak matches? Yes, it did. I'm going to come back to that. I've added the links in. I need some more relevant sources. And I now understand that I must continuously keep applying it to nursing education and practice. Okay, so I've got the links for education in there. As I edit my essay, I'm going to make sure that it links to practice as well. Am I ready to move on to part 2? Yes, for part 2, clarity of argument. Okay, here's the prompt. Here's the checklist. Okay, and in that way, again, I'm getting some really good quality formative feedback, which helps me improve my work. The AI is comparing the essay to the brief and the rubric. And importantly, here, the main argument is not, it can't follow the main argument clearly. That means your tutor won't be able to either. So as I reread, as I edit, I need to make sure that my main argument is clear and present throughout the essay. I'm building upon it all the time. So I'm strengthening it, okay? And it's giving me ideas on how to do that. And importantly, it's saying check for consistency. So when I work with students, they often ask me questions. They're not sure how to do this. And I say, if in doubt, make it consistent. That shows that you've thought about it clearly, even if you got it slightly wrong. And then if you do understand the changes you want to make, it's easier to identify them, to change them, to correct them later. So consistency is key. Okay. So it's just helping me edit all the time. Does every paragraph help prove or explain your main argument? Is it clear? Is it linking back to my main argument? Have I repeated the same idea without showing how it connects to the overall claim? Okay, we must tie in each statement that we're making, tie it into the main idea. And would someone reading only the first and last sentences of each paragraph understand the main line of my reasoning? That's a great tip. Okay, so along with editing it, I'm just going to look at the first and last sentence of each paragraph, because the middle part of the paragraph provides the evidence to support. I'm making a point and then a linking statement at the end. Okay, so it's given me some great ideas on how to edit my document. So next time you're using ChatGPT with your work, don't just fix what it tells you, learn from it. Every piece of feedback is a clue to how you think, structure, and communicate your ideas. That's how you go from AI assisted to distinction ready. If you'd like to see how far this approach can take your writing, download the checklist or book a free 15-minute draft review session, and let's turn your submission into your best work yet.